I just think she's crying for sympathy, playing the victim when there's nothing to be a victim about. And there's also no sympathy to be granted for this lifestyle that she's chosen to live.
You write in the book, Harry must be nuts. This is one of the text messages his friends were sending around to each other after Meghan's first introduction to Harry's friends in 2017 during a shooting weekend at Sandringham.
Professionally, they've gone down dramatically, and I predicted it in the book, but even I would not have thought it'd be that accelerated.
You can't trust Meghan and Harry. That's the point. Even if you think you've got a deal, and that I don't believe that is possible, but if you think you have, the palace will be shocked that they will renege immediately because they have no advantage of reconciliation. They've got no advantage of ending their vendetta.
They kind of fucked up their whole thing, went way too hard on we're victims, and they assessed the mood of their generation and America correctly in that we are lovers of victimhood. Yeah. But America did finally find a way to say, you know what, we love victims, but you two, we've just had a little too much of it.
Tom Bower just dropped news that reportedly has Meghan Markle seriously on edge. The investigative journalist behind the 2022 bestseller Revenge is coming back with a sequel, and he says this new book holds details that simply cannot be ignored. The timing couldn't be more explosive. After South Park roasted the whole fake pregnancy video moment, after the talk about $23 million in unsold jam.
And let's talk a little Harry and Meghan. Their Archwell Foundation has been declared delinquent by the state of California, meaning it is not in good standing as a charity and not permitted to engage in activities like raising and spending money, pretty much all you would expect a charitable fund to do.
After questions around her charity spiraled into a full tax review, Tom Bower is stepping back into the spotlight. And this time, people say he's coming with even more heat. Sources say the rollout is set for early 2026, and the buzz is already deafening. The claim is that this book digs into stories and behind-the-scenes drama that Meghan reportedly fought hard to keep buried. And it all started back in September 2025, when Bower confirmed he was deep into writing a second book about Meghan and Harry. In recent interviews, Bower revealed he already has a massive stack of fresh material, ready to go. According to him, people everywhere are hungry for new insight, and the curiosity around Meghan and Harry has not slowed down one bit. Bower says the story is far from finished.
And that's the thing about Meghan. She's a very, very deceitful person.
If you're not familiar with Tom Bower, pay close attention. This journalist has built a fierce reputation in the biography world. Some critics even call him the Witchfinder General of biographers because of how relentlessly he hunts down every detail.
This woman looks to me like a malignant narcissist. This woman has zero self-awareness.
His first book, Revenge, became an international #1 bestseller, built on around 80 named sources who went on record, even with serious legal pressure hanging over the project. Bower was never successfully taken to court over that book. The reason people point to is simple. He checks his facts and backs up every claim with hard research. But what makes this new book even more intense is the moment it's landing in. When Revenge dropped in 2022, Meghan and Harry still had major streaming deals and strong Hollywood support. Now the landscape looks completely different.
It's ludicrous. It's all about her. And there's an extraordinary interview with Serena Williams where the first 11 minutes is all about her and not about this phenomenal tennis
Serena
champion.
Williams.
I mean, so that's why it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And who'd want to put herself or himself, as always, women. I mean, she does have this strange distrust, I think, of men.
After Spotify walked away, and after their latest Netflix holiday project struggled to pull real viewers, the conversation around them has shifted dramatically. Bower's new book isn't just recycling old headlines. Many believe it will pull back the curtain on exactly what went down behind the scenes as things started falling apart. And one moment he'll almost certainly dig into is February 2023, when South Park released the Worldwide Privacy Tour episode and sent the internet into full meltdown mode. The episode drew inspiration from a video Meghan once shared online. In the clip, she appeared 9 months pregnant, standing in what looked like a hospital room while Harry stood awkwardly in the background. The video was presented as a powerful and empowering moment meant to show strength and confidence, But South Park flipped that moment into sharp, cutting satire.
You know, Meghan's podcast has fallen off the charts. She's been criticized for the content. There are rumors that her As Ever launch wasn't as successful as she considered it. Critically, With Love Meghan was not a success.
In the animated version, a cartoon Meghan starts dancing in a delivery room, and suddenly the baby bump drops straight to the floor, revealing a pillow underneath. The scene hits social media like a bomb. The show was clearly poking fun at the rumors and online speculation that had been circulating for years about some of her pregnancy photos. South Park turned those whispers into full-blown satire, and the internet could not stop talking. Bauer is expected to explore exactly how that episode shifted the public conversation. One scene in particular shows a computer database listing Meghan's profile with labels like sorority girl, actress, influencer, and victim.
I think there were various things about her sexual life which I dropped out on the grounds of privacy laws in Britain.
Those 4 words sparked endless debate online and cut straight to the heart of her public image. Reports claimed Meghan's team tried to stop the episode from airing, but the show went ahead anyway. TikTok exploded with reenactments and parodies almost immediately.
That Meghan was warmly welcomed in Britain, that everyone in the royal family tried their very, very hardest to make her feel at home and accommodate her, but that unfortunately Meghan only wanted to be the star and made it impossible for her and the royal family to collaborate.
What was meant to be a serious and respectful personal moment suddenly became a viral meme spreading across every corner of the internet. Even people inside Hollywood started paying attention. One studio executive reportedly told Variety, "No one wants that kind of circus." The moment had grown far beyond a simple joke. It had become a defining pop culture event. According to reports, Bauer plans to document how that South Park moment pushed Meghan and Harry further into late-night punchlines and internet mockery. But the book is also expected to examine something else that created serious headlines: her business venture.
Guys, an internet glitch on Meghan Markle's website has revealed more than she probably ever wanted people to know about how poorly her business is performing. Yes, oh yes, she tried to really promote last year that As Ever was this massive success. It was selling out left, right, and center. But just, what is it, about 8, 9, 10 months in, we see a very different picture.
In April 2024, Meghan introduced her lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard. Early reports claimed products were flying off shelves, with Harper's Bazaar running headlines suggesting the jam sold out almost instantly. But online investigators started looking much closer. One Reddit user claimed they discovered a website glitch that allowed people to check product inventory by adding huge quantities to a cart. Screenshots from that discovery spread fast across forums and social media, and the numbers people were discussing were shocking.
And that she's sitting on $21.8 million worth of product.
Posts claimed millions of dollars worth of product appeared unsold, including large amounts of spreads. If sales stayed slow, critics argued it could take years to move the inventory, especially with food products that carry a limited shelf life. Bauer is also expected to take a hard look at the Harper's Bazaar coverage. Critics later argued that only a very limited number of items may have been available at the start, which can sometimes manufacture the appearance of a rapid sellout.
Why are we so mad today? Because we want our privacy.
Park County Police Station, what's your emergency?
Yeah, the neighbors across the street are setting off fireworks and it's 10:30 at night.
Oh, is it the Prince of Canada and his wife who just want to be left alone?
Yes, they're being super loud and I'm trying to work on my brand.
According to discussions online, that early buzz helped generate massive press attention and excitement around the brand. And once those headlines spread, the company reportedly moved forward with much larger production plans. Bauer's investigation is expected to examine exactly how that carefully crafted media moment shaped the business strategy and the public story around the launch. He's also said to be examining the connection between the brand and Meghan's Netflix projects. When a recent holiday special struggled to attract strong viewership, critics began questioning whether tying a product brand to entertainment content was ever the right move.
That I always thought that when William became king, he'd just banish Harry. But I think he'll banish them both and take their titles away. And now Harry might even wonder, will he take the Prince title away? Just to make absolutely sure there's no connection.
But the area where Bauer is reportedly focusing most of his energy is the Archewell Foundation. And this is where his deep investigative style could deliver the biggest impact. Bauer has been reviewing the organization's 2024 financial filings, and analysts online have been studying the numbers closely. According to those reports, documents show around $5.1 million in expenses, while donations came in at only about $2.1 million. That gap immediately raised serious questions among critics about how the foundation was actually operating.
Okay, then you must be in the national system. Oh yeah, is this you? Sorority girl, actress, influencer, victim.
Yeah, that's totally me.
I feel like the focus is starting to shift off of me. Maybe in editing you'll fix it.
Another point drawing major attention is that donations reportedly dropped sharply compared to the previous year. Some observers estimated the decline at around 60%. That figure sparked even more curiosity about how the organization plans to keep its programs running. The filings also list salary payments to staff members that commentators have been picking apart in detail. Reports suggest salaries for 2 senior staff roles totaled over $900,000 combined, while several million more were categorized as additional operating expenses.
Really Sage pointing out that she pillaged Pinterest, Joanna Gaines, Martha Stewart for her show. Can't wait for the lawsuits after the news that Meghan Markle will release her first cookbook this year, featuring recipes from her Netflix series as Duchess plots expansion of her As Ever brand. I mean, the delusion. Brittany, the absolute delusion. Because, of course, we know Martha Stewart is very angry about the one pot pasta. So if Meghan dares goes and puts that recipe in the book, she could be facing a lawsuit.
Observers have been debating exactly what falls into those expense categories, with speculation ranging from administrative costs to travel and security connected to high-profile public figures. Bauer is also said to be tracking the changes within the team itself. Over time, several staff members reportedly moved on, leaving a much smaller group managing the foundation's day-to-day work. Because of his investigative style, many expect Bauer to speak directly with former staff and insiders as he continues building the case for his upcoming book. When Bauer was writing his first book, he once said, "The victims are keen to talk." Now, according to recent interviews, he believes even more. People are ready to step forward. As public interest grows, Bauer says additional voices have been coming to him with their own experiences and inside information.
Last year, she was about to promote her Netflix series and didn't want to, firstly, be seen with Harry, and secondly, didn't want to go somewhere where she'd appear cheap and give it gratis. And this year, she is desperate to be seen.
Critics online have also pointed out that the foundation reportedly adjusted how it operates and introduced new organizational labels during periods when public attention was increasing. Those changes have sparked ongoing debate among commentators trying to understand both the timing and the structure behind them. Questions about where certain funds originated and how they were distributed to programs and partner organizations have also fueled heavy discussion across media forums. Bauer is known for building investigations around documents, records, and direct interviews. His method focuses on collecting paperwork, timelines, and testimony from people who were involved behind the scenes. But his upcoming research isn't limited to recent years.
She sells 0.03 of her overall stock every day. Now, for a big company, I can maybe somewhat understand that because they're so big, they have so much, like, it's sort of understandable. But I really feel like that is way too much for a small, struggling business.
Reports suggest Bauer has also been studying Meghan's earlier connections and social circles, long before she ever crossed paths with Prince Harry. One area he's reportedly looked into closely is the ultra-exclusive private members club Soho House, known for attracting celebrities, executives, and powerful insiders. In Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, the club was even described as a kind of headquarters for Meghan during certain periods. That detail raised eyebrows among commentators, and Bauer is reportedly examining how she became such a consistent presence within those circles. One person frequently mentioned in connection with Soho House is Marcus Anderson, a senior figure involved with the club's global membership network. Observers have pointed out that Anderson appeared in several of the same cities where Meghan spent time over the years, including Los Angeles, New York, Toronto, London, and later California.
South Park cartoon, you know, when they on their worldwide privacy tour, and you see this shot where they slice off the head of Meghan's head and look inside and it's empty.
Hollow.
And that is exactly the issue.
Anderson was also present at Meghan and Harry's wedding as a guest, something Bauer reportedly noted while mapping out the social connections. Around that period, Television host Piers Morgan previously discussed photos he claimed showed Meghan attending exclusive Soho House gatherings before she met Harry. That story created a wave of speculation online. According to reports, Meghan's team chose not to respond publicly to those claims, which only kept the conversation alive across media and social platforms. Bauer has pointed out that Meghan previously took legal action over a private letter sent to her father and spoke publicly about criticism from media figures after the well-known Oprah interview.
Tom, do you think Harry and Meghan are fast learning what they signed away when they took this Netflix big moolah? And I would say they signed away their credibility and their dignity.
Well, that's our view, but it's not theirs. They need the money, and they need it now more than ever because they've got no other source of income. So I think they're just stuck with the devil now. They're tied to Netflix, they're tied to their book, and all the criticism they're going to take means nothing because that's the only way they can earn their money.
Can't sue a cartoon. It's satire. It is what it is. South Park has done episodes on the royal family, on the royal wedding of Kate and William, for instance. So it's not something that they would be able to sue about. And I genuinely just don't believe it.
In those moments, strong responses came fast. But when other claims and old photos began circulating in public conversations, commentators noticed a very different reaction. In some cases, complete silence. For Bauer, those moments of silence become part of the investigation because he focuses on the gaps just as much as the statements. One of the questions Bauer is reportedly examining involves the lifestyle surrounding high-profile travel, fashion, and events. Commentators have debated how expensive trips, private flights, and designer wardrobes were managed during certain periods of Meghan's acting career.
It is uncomfortable. I don't think, because she's done this before for photos, I don't think that is a real baby bump. I think
way too big. It's way too big.
And sort of too low as well.
Yeah, it's like a metre out there. I mean, It looks the wrong shape.
Where's she going to give birth there? Through her knees or something? I mean, that is too...
Bauer has suggested that timelines and personal accounts sometimes appear to shift over time. In his upcoming research, he's expected to line up interviews, records, and public statements side by side, and highlight exactly where the stories stop matching up. The new book is rumored to connect several major chapters of the public story together: the cultural earthquake sparked by South Park, the business challenges around the lifestyle brand, the questions surrounding charitable finances, and key parts of Meghan's earlier social life.
By the magazine editor that wanted to turn you into a star, that in their cover feature, they actually screw you over in such dramatic fashion that you may end up being stripped of your royal title. That is just what's happened overnight with this extraordinary cover feature on Harper's Bazaar with Meghan Markle as they claim that she's meeting her moment.
Public opinion has also shifted dramatically over the years. Some polls in the UK have shown a major drop in favorability compared to the early excitement following the royal wedding. Critics in entertainment circles have also shared sharp opinions about leadership style behind the scenes. Bauer's previous book sparked massive debate when it dropped because several developments he discussed later became massive headlines on their own. Many readers are now watching closely to see what he surfaces next. He's believed to be sitting on a significant stack of documents: website data, financial filings, public records, nonprofit tax forms, and direct accounts from people who were involved behind the scenes. As time passes, some past employees appear more willing to speak openly about their experiences. Bauer has said before that sources were already eager to talk when he wrote Revenge.
Everything Harry and Meghan do is topspin, trying to convince the world, and very often the mainstream media are sucked in, that everything's okay, but it's really not. And the first revelation in regards to Archewell is that the charity is down to just 2 staffers.
And that's her great problem. I mean, she's not invited to the great A-list parties, let alone the B-list parties.
Yeah.
I mean, who is she anymore?
Now he claims even more people are prepared to share what they know, and new developments keep giving them more reasons to come forward. His investigative style focuses on patterns: relationships that changed, business opportunities that struggled, and partnerships that eventually collapsed. By lining up interviews, documents, and detailed timelines, he works to build a complete picture of exactly how events unfolded. The new book is expected to arrive in early 2026, picking up directly where his previous investigation left off. Meghan spent years carefully shaping how the public understood her story, but Bauer operates on a completely different level, built on documents, direct interviews, and recorded sources that he pieces together step by step.
You might be looking at Meghan Markle saying, well, she's in Harper's Bazaar, she's in a big magazine. Sweetie, this is a major downgrade from being British royalty.
And according to reports, the next chapter of his investigation could be the most revealing one yet. From the cultural chaos sparked by South Park, to the business ventures that faced serious criticism, to the deep questions surrounding charitable finances, the upcoming book is expected to examine every single chapter in detail. If revenge created waves, many readers believe this sequel could land even harder when it finally hits. What do you think Tom Bower will reveal next? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.